Green glass screen, placing blocks per hand, it's the hills extreme. Have you ever seen a yo's expand? Grown and shown up with your demands, yeah. Everybody subscribe, Sean Hilser is here to promote his bro live. Placing blocks all over the place, all powered by a vegan with jump boost and haste. Brother, I'll watch him let's play and excavate with Joe, all the views I'll say it. Binge watch, HermitCraft, binge watch, HermitCraft, binge watch, HermitCraft. Joe, go binge watch, go binge watch Joe. 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 Joe. Stream it, fill in your gaps, check live feeds and load up HermitCraft. Watch it on any side screen, back it up to clone redstone machines just building. With dry concrete powder, wetting it down for a much smoother towel. Cause on this tube there's only one server, the whitelist is closed so don't inquire further. Neighboring players compete on their stores. HermitCrafters you love with improv rapport, you just binge watch, HermitCraft, binge watch, HermitCraft, binge watch, HermitCraft. Joe, go binge watch, go binge watch Joe. 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 Viewers, you better click subscribe because today we're building that hype. Comment, your praises don't fail. Sean Hill's on a roll with HermitCraft details, singing out loud the way it should be sung with the Nashville sound that you like for fun. You know it's live now like a HermitCrafter. Read the description, tweet about it after. The hour of the Hermit is nigh, churning out videos y'all will like. Binge watch, HermitCraft, binge watch, HermitCraft, binge watch, HermitCraft. Joe. Go binge watch, go binge watch 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 Joe. Binge watch, HermitCraft, binge watch, HermitCraft, binge watch, HermitCraft. Joe. Go binge watch, go binge watch Joe. Go binge watch, go binge watch Joe. Go binge watch, go binge watch Joe. Joe. Who's the guy who conquers death? The mister with the whispers when Mumbo forgets. After introducing Pearl and Gem to say we're settling a continent. Shoulder to shoulder, surrounded by water, beyond which reset, risk your face if you wanna. We live close, we build close, we speak in proximity. Season 8's here today, still in its infancy. Mumbo is saying go, everyone's cheering, suddenly scattering, always unfearing. Though it passed by without Mumbo mentioning, there's a crew, you know who to keep you adventuring. Asuma securing villagers, Pearl on fine architecture, Joe grabbing supplies, ready to throw at the first fools who die. Bring on the creepers, bring on the flames. The resupply crew will get you going again. The very first to die, B00 don't cry. Pops and quite chagrin, takes some apples and he flies. Zombie Cleo's next, needs an axe for the road. Geared up and cheered up, she's off with some lows. Gemini Tay appears slain by Jevin, but B-Dubs is back before Joe loads the first chest in. Then Pearl's killed by Cleo, who Joe had armed previously. Then Cleo's dead too per Isco mischievously. Impulse SV got blown up by a creeper, says he won't be back, but how can he be sure? Bring on the creepers, bring on the flames. The resupply crew will get you going again. The resupply crew. Asuma laddering a mine shaft. The resupply crew. Pearl egging a shell. The resupply crew. Joe lava-ing a portal. Yo, you're immortal, here's a doorway to hell.
Who's the guy? Who's the guy?
Who's the guy who struck his first diamond? Encircled suddenly by 3 of his friends, Tango, Corrales, and B00, all armed and armored to shake down Joe. Threats bacon triplicate fully surrounded. Joe took to the sky with cobble unbounded, lava to dump on the brigands below, or on himself. This direction, let's go! Heading down to somewhere with coordinates in hand. Bridging and a tunneling connecting flower forest land. Cleo is away, so Joe leaves her a saddle. He hopes as he does she won't use it for battle. Returning to world spawn and lighting his tunnel, he keeps striking lava and dies a whole bundle. And droughts hunting squids, though he tried his best. But no worries, back at world spawn there's a resupply chest. Bring on the creepers, bring on the flames. The resupply crew will get you going again. One chest becomes 4 labeled in stock. The shell thickens yet with smooth sandstone block. Bushes are placed, ravines are filled in. Also, the hermits can keep adventuring. If dying is losing, then living is winning. Episode's done, but the show's just beginning. Pick up some tools, some potatoes and steak, and show 'em you're real, give 'em season 8.
The summer is past, but your days keep growing longer. There's no wind in your sails, but the storm's blowing stronger. Walking hard, standing tall, keeping your head up through it all. Fighting fires, spinning plates. Goodness, how did it get so late? Lay your head down and dream. Lay your head down and lay your head down and dream. Lay your head down and just let your mind flow downstream. Sprawled out in a moonbeam. Lay your head down and dream. Joe Hills is filmed before a live streaming audience.
That's us! Howdy, y'all. Joe Hills here, recording as I always do in Nashville, Tennessee. And tonight, y'all are my live streaming audience. Welcome, Raiders. Welcome, everyone. Hope y'all are ready to have some fun here on the HermitCraft Season 8 server. Now, we got work to do. That's why I'm down here putting the hot in the hot bar in slot 8. But we have kind of a few things that we got to knock out. We've got some castle stuff. But Cleo also met up with me today and informed me that she wants me to write Cub Fan a poem. And so I got to write Cub Fan a poem. And so let's go ahead and we're going to get out my poetry writing tools, which is basically just like my phone. And so, okay, poem for Cleo and Cub Season 8. Okay. Now, Cleo says that her favorite poet is someone named Philip Larkin, who Robert Shaw described as, like, incredibly unapologetically regional with his writing. Ronan Elm, thank you for the 25, who says, "Howdy, Joe. It's been a minute since I caught the stream. This place is looking amazing. Thank you." Well, you know what? That's actually going to put us 15 past our first face camera expansion milestone. So if you've never seen a Joe Hill stream before, please look down here. And I'm about to say, howdy, y'all. Grow Hills here, expanding as I always do in Nashville, Tennessee. Dee-da-dee-da-dee. Dee-da-dee-da-dee-dee-dee. We're going to slide over here. Switch this over to our offhand. And we're going to need to use the bed. Okay, so we need to write this poem for Cub for Cleo. So the thing is, like, it's going to be a whole thing. It's going to be a whole thing. Since Cleo has to deliver the poem back to Cub, she has to be able to read it. And I asked her, what sort of poetry are you most comfortable reading? Who's your favorite poet to read aloud? She said Philip Larkin. And apparently Philip Larkin is incredibly famous in England because he writes with an incredibly regional style that really captures the spirit of Coventry, England, and is not something that the rest of the world studies. So I have never heard of this guy. And British people I spoke to, well, actually just Badger Spanner, have heard of this guy and are like, yeah, he's a big deal. He was almost poet laureate, but basically turned it down because he had a whole thing with the monarchy. And so, you know, having a whole thing with the monarchy is kind of one of the best traits you can have when you live in a monarchy, in my opinion. So we need to now, I have not yet. This is the first time I'm going to read a Philip Larkin poem ever. We're going to do this live on stream. Let me mute 1 second. Sorry. Oof. I was a bit overzealous with the grinder. And I think a coffee ground went down the wrong way. Really, if you do the grinder right and the French press right, no coffee grounds go down either way. But, yeah, sorry. I just kind of got caught in the back of my throat. So Philip Larkin has a poem called 1914, which is apparently one of his most famous poems, which I have never read. I'm going to... This poem was written in 1964 by Philip Larkin. He was born in 1922. He died in 1985. And we are going to have to take notes on this poem so we can we're going to take a new poet I've never read anything by, break down his style, and then create a new poem for Cub Fan to be read by Zombie Cleo. Right? Let's go. This poem is called 1964 by Philip Larkin. Oh, wait, no, it's not called 1964. I can do math. It's called 1914. It was written in 1964. Okay, the parentheses 1964 were right after MCM XIV, and I got lazy and just assumed the name of the poem was 1964. But no, it's 1918, written in 1964. Here we go. Those long, uneven lines, standing as patiently as if they were stretched outside the Oval or Villa Park, the crowns of hats, the sun on mustached, archaic faces, grinning as if it were all an August bank holiday lark, and the shut shops, the bleached, established names on the sun blinds, the farthings and sovereigns, and dark-clothed children at play, called after king and queens, the tin advertisements for cocoa and twists, and the pubs wide open all day, and the countryside not caring, the place names all hazed over, with flowering grasses and fields, shadowing Domesday lines, under wheat's restless silence, the differently dressed servants with tiny rooms in huge houses, the dust behind limousines. Never such innocence, never before or since, as it changed itself to past without a word, the men leaving the gardens tidy, the thousands of marriages lasting a while longer. Never such innocence again. Okay. Before we do a dive about the poem itself, a few things that jumped out at me. The never... Okay, I'm going to actually write in my notes here the name of the poem. MCM XIV 1914. Never again... just never such innocence. Never before or since. That's a cool thing where we have repeated first word before rhyming phrases. Okay, that's a cool thing. We have highly localized currency and calendar with the bank holidays, sovereigns. So August bank holiday, crowns and sovereigns. August bank holiday. So, equivalent things on HermitCraft. We have HermitCraft stream days. We have derp coins and diamond blocks. We have HermitCraft stream days. Live stream weekend. HermitCraft live stream weekends. Okay. Incredimike, advertisements is how British people would pronounce that word. If you're going to read the poem, even though I can't do a good British accent, I have to really try to capture... I'm trying to get the stresses where they need to be on the words, right? Because a lot of poetry is about stresses. And if this guy was writing for an English audience, right? You know, like a very narrow English audience, you know, we need to kind of focus on that. Hey, whose birthday is it? Is it Mahi's Zero's birthday? Well, normally we'd sing to you in, normally we would sing to you in Spanish, but you know what? I don't know. I'm going to Google Philip Larkin birthday poem. Let's see if he has a birthday poem. And it's hopefully not incredibly depressing. Born Yesterday by Philip Larkin. Okay, so... here we go. I'm going to read a poem about a birthday instead of singing Feliz Cumpleaños, Mahi Zero. Born Yesterday by Philip Larkin. For Sally Amos. I'm guessing that's whose birthday it was. Tightly folded bud, I have wished you something none of the others would. Not the usual stuff about being beautiful or running off a spring of innocence and love. They will all wish you that. And should it prove possible, well, you're a lucky girl. But if it shouldn't, then may you be ordinary. Have, like other women, an average of talents, not ugly, not good-looking, nothing uncustomary to pull you off your balance, that, unworkable itself, stops all the rest from working. In fact, may you be dull, if that is what a skilled, vigilant, flexible, unemphasized, enthralled catching of happiness is called. You know, I feel like this is the sort of thing that Cleo read when she was young and then deeply internalized. Like, am I wrong? Am I wrong? This sounds like a Cleo thing, where she's like, you know, I'm the best at being average. That's why I'm so happy. That feels like a Cleo sentence. Like the Tumblr that makes fun of Cleo would say that. Okay, so we're gonna write notes about Born Yesterday. So, telling you what others won't, because they already did. There's maybe an angle of, I won't describe the canyon. Because it's self-evident. Don't come here for excitement. The stone isn't excited or exciting. It's cold and old, and as you behold it, your mind may unfold and release some anxieties, some unwanted cares. Let your gaze drift here and there. See, this is just, I'm just riffing based on something that was in here. So, like, okay, so we hold this canyon to be self-evident? Oh no, this is a terrible place to stand, BT doubles. Let's... The sun's just setting now. Okay. Okay, so we haven't been, like, letting a billion creepers spawn this whole time, but... We hold this canyon to be self-evident. I love that Incredible Mike. I love it. Whoops. I'm not used to controlling Minecraft because I'm in poetry writing mode. Okay. So, Cub wasn't looking for a limerick. He hired me to write a poem. Okay, so luckily it doesn't look like anything spawned here while we were working. Is this a good shot to work on or from? Framing a castle takes effort. Okay. So. Danielle Tay says, looks great, Joe. Thank you, Danielle Tay. Okay, so we are going... Does anybody have a suggestion for a third Philip Larkin poem? Like, Mahi Zero inadvertently suggested that with his birthday message. So, once again, happy birthday, Mahi Zero. His greatness says, poetry writing stream. This is a context I show up every evening hoping for. Yep, doing my best. Happy Friday. Okay. Yeah, tips are welcome via paypal.me/Joe Hills. We are 15 away from the next face camera expansion. The copper and iron. I don't... So, Meeper Cubed, is that the name of a poem? Because that sounds like a suggestion for, like, something to write, not... Maybe you're not... Maybe you wrote that before you... Because of stream delay. Tilly recommends Days. Okay. Okay, let's go ahead and pull that up then. Give me a second. Finding poems. Days by Philip Larkin. Okay. So, let's do. George Harris says mix it up with some Poe inspiration. Maybe. But not yet. We're trying to... What? That's weird. Why are people spamming how do you say your name in the different chats? That's weird. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and... Like, I don't know what's going on with that, but I'm gonna time it out. Like, I'm trying. I can't deal with some sort of bizarre chat, whatever that is, spam bot thing. I don't know if it's a bot or just. But I'm not banning it because I'm not sure if it's a bot or not. But I'm timing it out because it gives me time to deal with it after I read this poem, which I will now read of my own devising. Wait. Will I? Can I? Okay, so here we go. What is this one? Wait. This one's called Days by Philip Larkin. What are... No, that's not a very good British. What are days for? Days are where we live. They come, they wake us, time and time over. They are to be happy in. Where can we live but days? Solving that question brings the priest and the doctor in their long coats running over the fields. Sam Blue says, any work being done on the castle tonight? Probably, but you know, I'm trying to. I gotta get enough of these poems in my head before I start working on the castle. That like we're ready to go on the next thing, right? Like. So this one is basically if you ask too many questions or whatever, then, you know, people think you're crazy about, or if you live somewhere that's not days, you're dead. So you get the funeral and the death certificate, I'm guessing. Is it the exorcist and the psychiatrist, or the funeral overseer and the mortician, I guess. So is anybody British here that can tell me how this is traditionally taught? Because that would be super grand, just as a treat. People are suggesting that how do you say your name might be the name of a poem. Let's find out. That is definitely not the name of a poem by Philip Larkin. Okay. Yeah, Cecil Neal says the answer to life is death, usually. Inarco Americium says, are there any good math or comp sci poems? I mean, Tom Lehrer has some science-y, mathy stuff, but they're more songs than poems. That's kind of out of scope. But I don't know. Let's see. His Greatness suggests read the poem Toad. Okay, let's go ahead and pull that up. If I can find it. Show more poems by this poet. Okay, Toad by Philip Larkin. So, do I have any thoughts on Days? So, Days is focused on the moment. As death is the alternative. There's a joke about Bodom. Bodom is death and a worse place to visit. There's a joke about Bodom in there. Okay, so let's read the poem Toads and take some notes on that. Okay. Okay. Trying to get that British poetry reading voice in. It's not going to be perfect, but we got to get the meter and the emphasis. Why should I let the toad work squat on my life? Oh, wait. Okay, he's calling work a toad. Okay. That's just funny on its own. Calls work a toad. I'm writing that down. Why should I let the toad work squat on my life? Can't I use my wit as a pitchfork and drive the brute off? 6 days of the week it soils with its sickening poison just for paying a few bills. That's out of proportion. Lots of folk live on their wits. Lecturers, lispers, losers, loblolly men, louts. They don't end as paupers. Lots of folk live up lanes with fires in a bucket, eat windfalls and tin sardines. They seem to like it. Their nippers have got bare feet. Their unspeakable wives are skinny as whippets, and yet no one actually starves. Ah, were I courageous enough to shout, "Stuff your pension!" But I know all too well that's the stuff that dreams are made on. For something sufficiently toad-like squats in me too. Its hunkers are heavy as hard luck, and cold as snow, and will never allow me to blarney my way of getting the fame and the girl and the money all at one sitting. I don't say one bodies the other, one's spiritual truth, but I do say it's hard to lose either when you have both. Okay, so arguably this is about the urge to quit your job and disengage from society. That lie down movement that's big in Japan right now is an element here that might be interesting to consider. Or lie flat? It might be lie flat. I'm not super up with the Japanese work culture, as you can tell. Although I have watched Agretsuko, you know, it's a cartoon, so the production time on that is going to be a little bit behind, you know, what you might need from something. So let's see. Lie down is China HK. Okay. Is it the grass eaters that's the Japanese refuse to work movement? These movements have great names. I love them. Huge fan. Huge fan. Okay. So calls work a toad, quit job to hopefully not die. A lot of this is about death and hopefully not dying. I'm going to pick his next poem at random. So we are, for those of you just joining us, Zombie Cleo asked us to do a poem for Cub Fan. And since she has to deliver it, I'm trying to write it in the style of a poet that she actually is familiar with and whose work she knows. So that way she'll be able to actually read it for Cub when she delivers it. Low Def Peter says, "What's up, Joe? Been tuning into a lot more streams and been liking watching the castle progress so far." Awesome. We are going to get back to the castle. We are going to start making more progress on the castle in a bit. But the first thing that we're trying to do is just work on this project for Cleo. And then once I read enough of these poems that I feel like I've got it kind of bouncing around in my head, then we'll take a break and actually kind of sort out what we're going to do next. Phoebe Mew said, okay, I didn't write these poems. Oh, you're saying, what are you trying to describe in the poem? So the poem for Cub Fan has to be about his canyon. You're saying that a lot of these poems are about stopping and seeing what's around you. Yeah, and appreciating it. That's true. That's true. Larkin listed his profession as librarian on the basis that a man is what he is paid to do, and poetry was second to that. Anarcho-Americum says, Joe, what if you made the poem very short or very long? Well, here's the thing, is that if I turn in the Iliad by Homer, for one thing, Cleo is eventually going to notice that I didn't write it. Although, if we did take a public domain copy of the Iliad and find and replace the locations, names of people, we could just do a find and replace fan fiction. Although I feel like stealing brides and stuff in that story it would be pretty obvious that I was off the rails. Cleo would figure that out fast. Okay. We're not doing Tennyson right now. Cleo asked for Philip Larkin in particular. Yep, we're making a poem for Cub in the style of Philip Larkin, who I'm completely unfamiliar with, but is Cleo's favorite poet to read aloud. And so I need something that that sounds like this and communicates like this. So, this next poem is called Money by Philip Larkin. Quarterly. Oh, wait, that wasn't the British voice. Right. Quarterly, is it? Money reproaches me. Why do you not let me lie here wastefully? Okay, this one might be a little bit more explicit than I can read. Cleo had warned me I might not be able to read some of these on stream. Oh, wow. Yeah, definitely can't read high windows. Wow. Okay, next one. Wow. As I'm clicking through more of these, a lot of these, like the first line is very explicit, if not the second. So I guess I just kind of rolled the dice and got lucky there on the first few. Okay. So let's move on to the mower. Okay, well this one's got an animal getting hurt. That might be upsetting to people too. Okay. Okay, yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of swearing in this one, too. Okay, how did I get so lucky on the first few that I chose? Okay. Well, you know what? I might have read all of the poems that I could read. Maybe we're going to take a break from the poetry for a second and work on other things. Okay. Because, yeah, let's see. I feel like I hit a wall here. Jill Jackson says pretty much. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, Super to Beans. Yeah, I don't want to talk about animals getting hurt on the stream. That'll just upset people. Can I just beep out the swearing? I mean, if the... Okay, something doesn't necessarily have to be swearing to be explicit, Roselia. Okay, so let's go ahead. Cleo gave me this. So let's go find out where this is. Whoops. 1,000 negative 178. Okay. So let's go grab from the ender chest some gold trousers and try and find that. I have not read an Arundel Tomb. It looked pretty long, so I was going to save that for after. Right now, we're going to take a poetry reading break and actually do some pre-production work on the episode. Okay. So I'm going to record the part where I'm doing the actual poetry writing, where where Cleo told me to go. Cleo told me to go here. Mahi Zero says, don't go here. Well, Cleo told me to, so that's part of the episode. Is that she told me to go, I'm going. So I'm going to do the actual recording of me, like, brainstorming and writing the poem. Oh, we need to actually have, you know, we'll come back and get some writing. We'll get a poetry writing book and stuff. Maybe I should do this. Wait, we got a tip rolling in from Ruth Miller. Thank you very much for the 5, Ruth. Who says, have you ever looked at pictures of Bryce Canyon, which Cub Fans Canyon is based on? Very striking imagery. It might spark some inspiration. Hey, that is a great suggestion. Canyon research. And we're going to make a new tab. Well, not tab, but a new heading. Canyon research. Bryce Canyon was Cubs inspo. Or inspiration. Okay. Is the building you were just in from D&D? Yep, I designed that based on the Drawn and Courtier from the Ack Inc. book, or from the D&D book Acquisitions Incorporated. It's from Red Larch. Okay, so if we're going to go to 1085, -1, whatever. We were almost at 1085 here. So we need to get back to X120. Let's go around. La da 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 na 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 na. -12. Is that about right? No, okay, so 8. Yeah. So let's see where this takes us. It's definitely not here. We need to go further. Okay, here we go. This looks about right. So if it's near Cubs Canyon, then that'll be good. Okay. Probably shouldn't enter pearl in here. So it's about 500 blocks away. Oh, you know what I didn't bring was a bed. Are there any sheep and or iron here? Anybody know if Cub had a bed around? Dang it. Be quiet. Okay. Bed. Okay, new plan. We're just gonna scaffold up really high so that we don't get attacked by mobs. Until morning. Should be a bed at the bottom of the canyon. Yeah, well, the bottom of the canyon, sadly, is very far away. We need to get back up there before... Thanks, Scar. Also, good evening. We forgot to greet Scar. Actually, wait, we're trying to go to the coordinates. So let's remove this. -178. So, if we want to go to -178, we need to go this way. I feel like we're pretty close on the other axis. 1085 is this way. Okay, so let's go ahead and... Forgot to flip that into my offhand. Dang it. Did it not fire? Or are we just way outside of the render distance on wherever the pearl loaded? Oh, did it end up in the bottom of an ocean? Is it falling super slow? So 1085 is this way more. Okay, here's 1085 roughly. And negative 178. We should probably like start the recording at some point, just as a real treat, you know, to everybody. Let's go ahead and make sure we click start recording. HermitCraft Season 8, Episode 13, segment Golf, Take 1. Before we actually say action, though, hey, we just got 30 from Incredimike, who says, supporting poetry streams. Thank you, Incredimike. That's going to get us 2 face camera expansions, so let's go ahead and parse those now. Expand. And then we are also going to Crow Hills. Alrighty. Whoops. Woo, it me, Joe Beard. Okay, so we're going to turn the face camera off now. We're going to start, so we got the recording going. Okay, so going to these coordinates. With the coordinates Cleo gave us in hand, we are approaching the location of that creeper. We're at 70, which is the height we're supposed to be at. Negative 178 and 1085. Oh, wow. It is literally just in a boat here. Okay, great. Great. And it's next to a normal creeper. Just as a treat for everyone involved. Congratulations. You're involved now. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to ender pearl up here. And we are going to find a place that we can hopefully be out of reach of any mobs. And work on our poem with the creepers down. Whoa, 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 whoa. Don't ender pearl into the creepers while eating. Oh, no, I forgot to bring a book. Dang it. Well, be right back. And it still says setting up stream. Okay. Let's try this again. Well, folks, proceeding to the coordinates described by Zombie Cleo, I have found not one, but 2 creepers. I think that I'm going to come over here with my poetry reading book or poetry writing book. Take 3. Take 3. Take 3. Okay, take 4. I screwed that up. Text message from Zombie Cleo in hand. I have found what appears to be 2 creepers, 1 charged, but both alike in dignity. I've also done a little bit of research on Philip Larkin and started brainstorming how I can write a poem that will capture kind of his spirit in a way that Zombie Cleo enjoys and would be able to read for Cub. But you know what? I actually left my poetry writing materials at home. So let me go get those now. Time skip. Okay, I think we're probably going to do... Let's just... So I was worried that this was going to be somewhere that would be hard to reach or get to somehow. But it feels like we're just near... That's like one of the horse things, right? That's one of the horse things. Historians will say those creepers were roommates. Exactly. It's like, yeah, their dog was named Sappho and everything. That's how you can tell. Roommates. Okay, where are we? What is this? Is this, This isn't Stress Monsters base because we're not in the swamp. Is this Pearls? Back of B-Dubs' mountain. Okay. Wow, and there's a circus tent. Is there going to be a portal over here? This isn't spoilers, is it? I want a portal. Zombie bumper boats. Zombie portal boats? No portal boats. You have to go around the front. Tense a minigame, not spoilers. Okay. Oh, I came up with a really cool minigame idea. But, can't talk about it now. I came up with it like 5 minutes before the stream started. So I haven't had time to, like, research it and figure out if it's already been done. Boomio and Juliet's explosion. That's pretty good. Front of the mountain to get to the portal. Well, away we go, I guess. We are going to have to walk a good way up here to get back in range. But yeah, that's a really good name, Grant. Yeah, okay, I know where we are now. So, okay, I thought that those were some sort of temporary build to mark where buildings were going to go, but it seems like they're just there forever. Okay. Okay. It's fine. Oh, they are slowly replacing them, writes Devin Crotties. Okay, good to know. Oh yeah, we can turn the face camera back on now that we are out of recording mode. And I should mention, we are currently 10 away. Wait, no, we're 20 away from the next face camera expansion. Tips are welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat. Okay, so I want to come back through the Bodum gate. Love from Scar. The biggest giant eye crew you've ever seen. Okay. That was a bad idea. That could have been just a straight drop. Did Joe just roast Big Eyes? I don't think so. I just read the sign. Scar was roasting Big Eyes. Okay, so if am I where I think I am? Okay, if we're near World Spawn, our diagonal portal should be nearby. Oh, poor Gem still doesn't have a connected thing. Mambo Number Pain says, Joe, hope you're doing good. Quick question, have you ever thought about changing your profile picture to match your longer hair? Well, the thing is that, like, I didn't change it for a while because I knew I was going to be getting new glasses. And then I realized I don't know what I'm going to do with my hair or my beard once masks are no longer a thing. So I kind of think I'm going to wait to change it until masks are no longer a thing, because I use the masks and to, like, deal with the beard and the hair, like, to keep everything from getting all over the place. So I don't know if I'm going to keep the beard and the hair after masks go out of fashion. And I don't want to change it, like, multiple times. Because, like, the last time I hired a professional photographer who took 285 pictures, and only one of them I actually liked. The problem is I express myself with a lot of motion. Not emotion, but, like, well, I express emotion through movement. And so still frames of me don't look correct. I'm not very photogenic, even though I am very pretty. And that's very frustrating. Because it's like, why can't I get a good shot of this person? And it's like, well, because I'm moving. Because that's how I convey things. And so I'm terrible at being photographed. It's not a skill I have. And so I really don't want to waste somebody's time and my money before I'm absolutely sure that whatever look I've got is the look I'm going to have for the next 12 years. High Five and Hippo, almost all glasses are see-through. That's, like, the point of them. Okay. So we need to get black dye. No, black ink. We need to get ink, feather, book. Incredimike says, well, you look like your existing profile picture if your beard is gone. Yeah, that's the other thing, is if I shave and, like, because here's the thing, is if I did get a haircut, I would get the same haircut I had in the profile picture. And if I shaved, like, the only thing really different would be the glasses. And so at that point, like, I could just kind of ignore it? I don't know. So I'm not even sure I need a new profile picture. Like, you know, I kind of joked before, this is my darkest timeline beard. And so, like, you know, to some degree, I was expecting that I would get rid of it once things kind of got back on track. So, I don't know that that's untrue. But maybe I'll keep it. I don't know. It's too early to tell. Whoops. But yeah, I mean, I've had the current profile picture for 13 years, and I'm not going to get a new profile picture until I feel like whatever I could capture would last another 13 years. Oh, the other thing is, I wanted to take the picture in the same place. So that picture was actually taken in front of the Parthenon. The Parthenon was behind the photographer, not behind me, though. And the place where I was standing when he took the original was in a construction zone recently. And so I'm kind of waiting. They might have already wrapped up the construction, but I'm waiting for them to finish so that that area is accessible again, too. Because I like the backdrop in that picture a lot. Okay, let's check if I left dyes down here. Well, specifically, we need ink. Here it is. Here's ink. I knew we had ink in there. Do we have feathers in there, though? No. Okay, so now we need to go get a feather. I'm not gonna do more than one photo shoot. They are not cheap. Also, if I wait until the pandemic's over, I might be able to get, like, a friend or loved one to do it. Because I have a lot of talented people in my life. They just aren't here right now because travel is a hazard, you know? So I might be able to save some money as well. I mean, I'll still probably, you know, compensate them, but, like, it'd be like, oh, here's a nice bottle of wine or whiskey, or I'll take you out to dinner, instead of, hey, photographer, here's a few $100 or whatever. Okay. Let's bring a bed with us. That was the thing we forgot last time. We need a way to turn night into day. I think I should shear new sheep rather than remove that one. Katie Deere says, I took my senior photos in front of the Parthenon last year. It's a beautiful place for photos. Yeah, I agree. So basically, there's a lot of good reasons to wait at least until the pandemic's over to take my picture. And I don't know when the pandemic's going to be over. So, I don't know. Just be patient. Wait, is that wool? That's concrete powder? Womp womp. Okay, I'm looking for shears right now. Oh, boy. Shears, shears, shears. Well, maybe we're just gonna get some iron out of the change purse here. No iron in the change purse. Wait, were there wool? No, of course not. Iron in the change purse. Iron in the Taco Bell. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's another element of the, like, Evil Joe, like, Evil Asuma, Hell's Knight, and just me meet up because I am the evil version, because I'm the one with the goatee, right? That works. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Bum 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 ba dum. You know, let's put some of this sandstone stuff away too. Well, I don't need to be carrying all this. Also, Cleo might need some of it. She's supposed to be. I talked to her earlier today when we did our recording. She's going to be coming in and doing a bunch of work on the castle, possibly as early as when I'm asleep. And since I won't be awake to help her, if she's like, "Hey, where did you put all these sandstones in your inventory?" It's better for me to offload stuff into these chests if I'm going to be AFK or away from computer. AFC, the American Football Classic. We got plenty of sheep near the adjacent fields. Can't believe I could sleep through all that construction. I know. Honestly, oh my gosh. I used to live near where they were redoing an interstate. And it was so loud for like 6 months, maybe 8 months. Like, that's the thing is, like, sometimes people are like, Joe, when you have trouble sleeping, or if you have trouble sleeping, you should just get medication or whatever for that. And I'm like, the trouble sleeping came from, like, being around loud noises for months at a time and a bunch of other stuff. Like, I need to train my body to sleep normally again. Like, it's not like a chemical imbalance caused me to stop sleeping right in the first place. So I don't think more chemicals are how I should fix it. Yeah, hearing them pulverize parts of the old structure, like they just literally have these trucks with these giant metal things that would slam into the concrete to break up parts, because parts of that segment of interstate were concrete and not asphalt, and it was just a nightmare. Okay, well, you know what? This is enough. Oh, I should have kept some of the wood with me. If only I would have thought better of that. Okay. So I think we can just pop in through here. And that gets us right here. Great, great, great. Just grab a bit of oak as a treat. Planks. So long and planks for all the fish. Haha. Hitchhikers. Whatever. Okay. Oh, boy. Yeah, George Harris. Yeah, pulverizing asphalt, or sorry, pulverizing concrete sounds a lot like blasting. Sadly, yeah. Let's go ahead and lay our heads down and dream. I'm realizing that I'm going to need to take a hydration break because my drink is empty. And then after that, we will run over to by where the creeper is and write our poem in the company of that sword of Damocles. Is there a good way with pistons to lift that boat up several blocks and then we can work underneath it? That would be really cool. The Creeper of Damocles. How far away could I be from the creeper before it starts triggering? Yeah, I'd need to use glass panes. Can pistons push glass panes, or do they have to be glass blocks? People are yelling no. So, okay. Well, I'm going to think about this while I refresh my drink. Let's see who we need to thank for tonight's hydration break coverage. Videos and Patreon. Thanks. Spreadsheet. Woo! It looks like we're going to go ahead and say thank you to Chris, who didn't request any particular song. So let's see what I can queue up here. Bum, 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 bum. I'm going to go ahead and play My Destinies in Tennessee. And I will be right back. Wait, that's not it. There it is.
Folks say to be the very best, you gotta travel across the land. But I'm happy here at pretty good, just out walking with my friends. so you can fly from coast to coast for all the antics of ends. But my destiny's here in Tennessee, my Pokedex in hand. You run your laps chasing lickitung in Providence, and you arc your throws for Electabuzz in St. Louis. But when you're lost in Boston seeking Pokestops, boo-hoo, we'll all still be spinning them up on Rocket Top. It's true. Well, you can race to catch 'em all and fall flat on your face. We'll hatch our Togepi's here in Tennessee at our own predestined pace. We don't need Tanglers from Los Angeles. If you're there chasing Charizard, you're making your life way too hard. Clutching garlic, pounding pavement down Ventura Boulevard. We don't need Nidoqueens from down New Orleans. I hate to rain on solo you, but parades need a willing crew. All those squirtles on St. Charles saw you wandering and withdrew. Well, you can race to catch 'em all and fall flat on your face. We'll hatch our Togepi's here in Tennessee at our own predestined pace. We don't need Lapras from Minneapolis or Polipers from Mississippers. There's enough Weedles on Monteagle. We could evolve a swarm of Beedrill. There's enough Snubbull down to Shovel. We could team Sled with Grumble. We don't need Oregon from out in Oregon or any Pikachus from up in Massachusetts. Sorry, Professor Oklahoma, we'll raid gyms in Tullahoma. Sorry, Pokecoin Palooka, we'll hatch on hikes in Chattanooga. Well, you can race to catch 'em all and fall flat on your face. We'll hatch our Togepi's here in Tennessee at our own predestined pace. Well, you can race to catch 'em all and fall flat on your face. We'll hatch our Togepi's here in Tennessee at our own predestined pace.
Welcome back, everyone. I hope you had a good hydration break. We are... Red Rag says you definitely can lift the boat with glass and pistons. The question is whether or not you should. I mean, I think I should, but in terms of like getting pistons and stuff together, you know, we're not, how the kids might say, you know, there. I'm looking at what we got, and it's not great. None of these are really piston-y blocks. We do have some redstone. We could get cobble and some... Yeah, okay. Hey, little Raichu. Glad that you are joining us this evening. We're gonna need a lot of... Oh, wait. I remember where I put all the redstone stuff. I moved it all over here. I'm not gonna kill either of the creepers. So we're gonna go underneath the creepers. Actually, I do need to get the glass. I do need to go get the glass. 1 second. Okay, so if we're gonna make pistons and stuff, I think some of this might be Cleo's, but it's fine. So we're gonna need at least one of these. We're gonna need some cobble. Wait, I got cobble over there. We're gonna need the glass is why I came over here. We're gonna try making some glass panes. Okay. Stay 2 blocks away at all time. Doc did the whole Godam poll. It's 100% possible. Okay, see? Average Chilio says, "Warms my heart you guys are open to Pokemon Go." Very cool to see. Yeah, I wrote that song, actually. It was performed by my brother Sean. About Pokemon Go. I kind of stopped playing Pokemon Go with the pandemic and all. Also, they dropped Apple Watch support, and you know, it's one of those things like they're like, you can buy a Pokemon wristband instead, and I'm like, I liked being able to spin Pokestops from my watch, and now I don't want to give you money ever again because you took away a functionality that let me walk around like beautiful parks and stuff without like staring at my phone all the time. And I don't know, but they're like, but why don't you buy this wristband we made? And I'm like, because you had the technology to make it work with my watch as is. Hey, we're going to go put some boat creepers in the sky. Boat creepers in the sky with diamonds. Oh, we should use diamonds. Okay, yeah, let's get some diamonds too. Okay. Okay. So we need to make some redstone so that we can get pistons. Which I think were redstone, planks, and stone, right? But I'm not... What am I missing for making a piston? Iron. Oh, okay. That'll do it. Oh, I already knew there was no iron in there. Why did I check that? 2 pistons should be enough. Okay. So we're also going to need to bring signs, more signs than that. We need to make extra signs. Okay. So let's make some sticks first, and then make some signs. Okay, great. I'm going to toss the birch signs maybe into here. Or the sticks. Okay. Now we need gravity blocks. We need sand or gravel. Let's put the green pane back in here. We don't really need the bones and the magma cream and the crystals right now. Oh, well, NJ, go enjoy your company. 2 creepers may be a double explosion, so there is a real item danger. Within 3 blocks is when they explode. Okay. Got it. You know what? Scaffolds. We got scaffolds. I think we're good. We might need to make like a pressure plate. Yeah, there we go. Or a button. I think on the whole we're in good shape though. Charge creeper is equivalent to a TNT minecart. Good to know, Joel Stonier. Google is all over the place on creeper explosion radius. Okay, well, you know, it's Google. What do you want? Is that... Okay, that's sunrise, so we have plenty of time. Okay. I played the first thing that came to my head. It just so happened to be... It was the best song in the world. It was the best song in the world. Look into my eyes and it's easy to see we have got pistons for some charge creeps. Every so often Joe lifts a boat and then nudges blocks so he can put some diamonds in there too. If it goes wrong, you might get a creeper head out of it. Yeah, good point. Good point. Big eye crew, okay. Do I have a lever? No, I brought a pressure plate. I find it's more dynamic for, I mean, I can make a lever if I need. Okay, so based on my recollection... Oh, if we trident directly onto this, I should probably be recording just in case, so I don't trident directly onto this. Okay. Let's maybe eat a steak first, actually. Then we're going to get the trident here. Alrighty, so we are going to head to the creeper's location. Whoops, oh, that was a bad throw. Bad throw is a bad throw. Hey, there's some water. If we land on the creeper, I'm going to be kind of annoyed, because I did actually do a lot of work. Where are we? Okay. I don't recognize this at all. Okay, wait, I recognize that. So the creeper's that way now. I'm almost ready to get my 1337 medal for being an elite person. Badger Spanner says that roof dough. And Jay says this will end well. That's not my boat, creeper. He's next to a guy with a crossbow. How is that safe? Okay, I feel like we were near this mountain before. Negative 160 versus negative 178. So we're almost there. And then... Actually, let's go back this way. Whoa, I'm getting some weird lag. Don't love that. So it's the... Oh, this is the 178. Okay. So we need to go this way. Let's get the ender pearl out of our hand before we do something silly. Also, I'm realizing the mic is not optimally placed. Let me move it. Okay, I muted while I moved the mic. Welcome, cyberspace raiders. My name is Joe Hills. I'm broadcasting live from Nashville, Tennessee. We are about to do something very silly. and move a charged creeper. If we can get to it. We need to get across this little ravine first. And we need to not fall on the charged creeper. Okay, I need to move the mic one more time. 1 second. Okay, now I've got the mic in the optimal location. Ooh, out of our offhand. No. Bad. Okay. So 1085, we're at 1025. So 1085 is this way. We're almost there. Okay. Yeah, I recognize this now. How far can a piston push? Well, folks, we are... You know, I'm going to do a new take. Zombie Cleo provided us with these charged creeper coordinates, and you know what? She was not lying. This is indeed a charged creeper. Now, Zombie Cleo, of course, being amazing at threats, didn't really need to come all the way out here with me in order to make me terribly, terribly afraid of this. So, what we're going to do is, oh, you know what? I'm realizing I should have put, let's put some scaffolds in our offhand here. Or, you know, our hotbar in general. We're just going to go ahead and put some scaffolds in along the ground here, just as a treat. Because, you know, everybody needs those. Then, we're going to go down a few blocks this way. And I think if I'm clever with the pickaxe, I can remove these without hitting the scaffold. Boom. Torches in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's check these coordinates. We are still a little bit off. A little bit off. Actually, wait. I'm not sure. I'm actually not sure, really, legitimately. I'm not sure legitimately how far underneath the creeper we are. Or if we are actually underneath the creeper at all. We should arguably actually, like, verify this with math. But that's a separate problem for another day. What we need to do first is see, can we actually make things pop up there? Okay, that's as far as that'll go. Let's go eyeball this and see. Yeah, so that was, let's step back and eyeball this. That looks like it's about 3-4 blocks away from the creeper, right? So we're going to go back down and move this over 4 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And in order to get the height that we really, you know, not want, but like deserve here. Let's use the word deserve because, hey, we're worth it, okay? We're going to go ahead and we're going to put that piston here. And if I power this from like back here, because I'm terrified of this creeper somehow glitching down through here. Okay. So now what we do is we step back. I'm realizing I should have used glass. This might not achieve the effect I was going for. But hey, look at that. We now have 2 creepers in a boat in the sky, sufficiently high up that I think that we might be able to use them as a sword of Damocles as we attempt our very best to, you know, write a poem underneath Cleo's threat. Now, here's phase 2, okay? You can't, it's not a good sword of Damocles if it doesn't feel regal, right? So we're going to come up here like so. Like this feels about right. Uh-oh, is it getting dark? we might need a bed. You know, maybe I should put the bed outside the range of the creeper. Just as a treat for me and everyone else here. Yeah, let's go ahead and lay our head down and dream. Okay. So, here we go. Up here. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and set this up. Do I have... Oh, did I not bring... I didn't bring the gravity blocks. Oh, no. Are there gravity blocks here? Did anybody see any gravity blocks we can, like, just steal? Run into the beach real quick. What is this? Scar. That seems like something Vin Shoken would do. Scar. I ruined your beach. Bye, Scar. Okay. Let's go. So back this way. Ah, dang it, I'm in the wrong place. I think it was more further that way. Yeah, I see them now. Okay, everyone, welcome to Phase 2, where points are worth double, and things get a little bit crazy. We're going to go ahead and put torches under all of these, because why not? I don't think it'll blow up if I walk there. Okay, good. Now, what we're going to do is we are going to... I'm going to restart that sentence. So we'll place a piston facing this way. Put the scaffolds there. Okay, that was actually too low. Dang it. That's why this is why we iterate. Okay. So now you see the creepers there. We're going to go ahead also and set up another scaffold that goes that way. Just so in case this drops, it doesn't drop too far. It'll be okay. Now, we're going to face the piston here. We're going to start loading it up with sand in front of it. But we need a glass pane, right? So we put glass pane, sand. Then we're going to create another... Let's create a button. Okay? Just going to put a button right on here. Okay, sand. Wait, did the button break? Oh, not cool, button. You had one job. And you're not doing great at it, but okay. Probably should have placed the sand first. Core concept, though. We have an effective sand-pushing machine. Okay, I think we need one more sand here to really make this pop. Okay, so now, if I'm right... I should be able to break that dirt there without imminent problems. And that dirt there without imminent problems. And then, when we break these scaffolds, like so, all the sand is gone, and now we have 2 creepers in a boat in the sky. Look at that. It's perfect. So now if I come down here, I can think about poetry with this sword of Damocles hanging over me. Oh, wow. Dang it. It's not... I was thinking I could look up and the creeper would be in the foreground. Okay, we're gonna keep workshopping this. This is not perfect, but that's why we iterate. A few other things. I mean, we gotta fix the ground here. Yeah, we're gonna fix it. Actually, next step, I think, is going to be... I probably should have brought a chest, in retrospect. I guess I do have this ender chest full of sandstone? Yeah, we can use replay mod footage, but it's not what we're going for. The goal is to do this, like, legit and vanilla. Okay. This is not to save my valuables. This is just because my inventory is full and it's getting annoying. I need more space. Okay. We've got our spawn set there. How does it look if you turn your field of view all the way? They're still going to be just outside the field of view. Not perilous at all. Call Scar over. He would love to see this. No, I need these creepers alive. Are you kidding? Scar's like a creeper death magnet. Okay. So, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to put this here. Dang it. I'm still one block too low. Okay, so I think that if I do this right, let's switch into the first person, because this is hard to do. Okay, if I do this right, I should be able to just climb up this and not wake the creeper. Okay. And then when I press F5 here, boom, now the creepers and me are both in frame, kind of. There we are, the perfect place to write poetry. Let's go ahead and actually start writing that now. Why can't I use the book? Oh, I can't use the book when I'm looking at the boat. Dang it, game. I want the creeper. There we go. There's the creeper. So I was talking to Cleo, and she said she really wants something in the spirit of Philip Larkin. And I read several Philip Larkin poems, and I noticed a few recurrent themes. He's very big on living in the moment and appreciating what is here now. There's a few kind of wild, interesting lyrical things he does with the way his meter and his words blend together in certain poems, but he's not super showy with it. So we don't want to go nuts with it. Also, I'm realizing maybe the reason I couldn't open the book is because I was trying to get into the boat. So if the boat were not full, I would have totally gotten into the boat right there, which is a separate problem that we're not here to deal with right now. Okay, so let's start with what we've got. thinking about it, we've got Cubs Canyon, and I've thought a lot about canyons. I actually did a whole series before Minecraft launched the canyon biome, where I created a canyon using the world gen parameters and then blasted... Well, I created layers of different colored blocks with the world gen parameters in a flatland. And then I blasted giant canyons carved into it to prove that the canyon biome would work in Minecraft. I called that series Yes We Canyon. But anyway, I digress. I noticed that Philip Larkin, one of the reasons he's not famous outside the UK, is everything he does is very highly localized. And so I want this poem to feel localized, where he might have mentioned crowns and sovereigns and August bank holidays. I think I should be mentioning derp coins, diamond blocks, and HermitCraft live stream weekends. So I just gotta kind of think about this and how we're gonna have it all pulled together. He's very big on appreciating the mundane, and Cubs Canyon is not mundane, but maybe it gives us the perspective to appreciate the mundane. Also, I have no idea what time it is without a clock in my hotbar. Is it about to be night? It's nighttime. Oh no. 2 problems. We now have 2 problems. We have a poem to write, and we have the setting sun. Okay, good. No mobs spawned near enough. The one thing that will cause me real problems here is if another creeper blows up and breaks that pane of glass underneath that boat. That is going to put us in for a bad time. Whew. In fact, this area, I think we need to assume for the moment, this area is contaminated. We have all manner of night creatures waiting to jump out at us from under the trees. So I think I'm going to do a quick walkabout of Cubs Canyon, grab a gold watch, and come on back. Time skip. So we're going to stop the recording there. Ooh, what do y'all think? I think this is good. I think this is solid. I'm feeling really good about this. And I take it as a good sign that Badger is actually still awake over there in the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland, that this is indeed gripping and interesting. Okay. Camel says that was tense. Cecily Neal says, I love it. Thank you, Cecily Neal. Grant Rogers says that was a great take. Yeah, especially there was a little bit of like stop and go stuff, but I can totally make it work. More importantly, one of the big things I was trying to do with getting that boat off the path here is I don't want somebody riding by on their horse to just blow up that creeper before I actually get the episode recorded. So there is a little bit of pragmatism here in that, like, pragmatism is a polite way to say we don't always trust each other on the HermitCraft server. Like, I don't trust other hermits to know to look for charged creepers in boats all the time, right? That's not something that I feel like should be expected of them. So. Okay. And hey, we made it to Tango's again. He's got a whole little rebellion down there. Que adorable. Okay. Nilos says, I'm sincerely amazed that you survived. Pubat says, wait, YouTubers don't actually skip time? That's the fun of the streams, is you actually get to see all the stuff that happens between when I yell time skip and when the episode resumes. Boy, where are we? I feel like we're close to the portal, but not at it. Okay. Hermit flying past would be way too high up in the air to hit that. I'm feeling okay about aerial stuff. Did we go too far this way? Yeah, that speed ups is over there, I think. Mahi says, I really enjoy that you're putting yourself into danger willingly. This is X's. Okay, yeah, I know where we are now. Oh, wait. Although I also know that X's has a portal that I could have used. Dang it. It's fine. Oh, that one's going in the water. That one's not. Actually, it is. Dang it. Stupid interpearls. Let's get those off of our thing here. Okay. Yeah. Whew. Oh, I do need to check on a few things real quick. Do 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 do. Bum 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 bum. Okay, so we're gonna check and see. I'm realizing I actually need to write this poem, like, and I'm probably not gonna have time to do that entirely tonight because I need to go back in and read a bunch of the poems that I wasn't allowed to read on stream for copyright, or not copyright, for terms of service reasons. So let's see, where is, I feel like they've got a portal island. Oh, there it is. Yeah, we're gonna head over there. But I don't think we're gonna actually come back here tonight. I think we're gonna go get the gold watch, write the poem, and then I'll record that tomorrow afternoon, maybe. Yeah, I just made a flying creeper boat. You know, normal stuff. Lightning creeper, too. You know, like I do. Wait, why is that guy there? You don't belong there. Okay, so we need to turn here. Sorry, I'm trying to look at like multiple screens at once. Let me just do one thing at a time for a second. Okay. Yeah, I was gonna raid Mystery Pinball Theater 3000, but he doesn't seem to be live yet. So we're just gonna keep gathering those materials we're gonna need. Excuse me. If derp coin is rotten flesh retextured, you could technically eat it. Is it? Am I wrong about what day of the week it is? It really feels like it's Friday. Oh, I should also make sure I didn't miss any tips while we were doing all that. Sorry, folks, if I did. Nope, no tips. We are indeed 40 away from the next face camera expansion. Well, okay, here's the thing, is if MPT3K isn't live yet, I need to take a quick hydration break. So I'm going to go ahead and hopefully not hit a creeper in here, because sometimes creepers hang out in there. Bum, bum, bum. Let's head up here real quick and get a good view of the castle. Castle view. Castle view. Here it comes, here comes the castle. You can see it from here. Do 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 do. Well, not here, but later there. Da 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 da. Okay. So, we're gonna do hydration break overlay, and we are going to thank Merrick for this one. And Merrick didn't request a specific song, so I'm just gonna go ahead and put on a kind of shorter one called Deep into Under Mountain. I'll be back in 2 minutes. Be right back.
One evening as the sun went down and our cooking coals were glowing, down the path came a party hiking, and they said, folks, we're all going. We're yearning for a portal far away in a tavern full of shouting. So join us, friends, and let's descend deep into Under Mountain. Deep into Under Mountain. There run dungeons hot and cold, where the monsters surge and pushes, and the youngest runes are old, where the mimics all lie waiting, and the goblin werebats roost. All the wisps and wasps and the mezzo lost, the hidden pit where we'll all plummet deep into Under Mountain. Deep into Under Mountain. All our blades will sing like choirs as our arrows strike like drum beats and our green flame pops and pyres. Our barbarian will stomp a brood as the rogues dance shadow play. Oh, we're sworn to go at a great tempo. We'll chant our spells as we now delve deep into Under Mountain. Deep into Under Mountain. You'll always find new gear, and your old mundane accoutrement can be handed down, don't fear. The magic items you'll attune and the artifacts you'll find. There's armor with gems and weird potions and a propeller hat that lets you ascend deep into Undermountain. Deep into Undermountain, the mad wizard stood gates so folks can open portals. He left clues to activate. He has a thing for puzzles and he likes to throw his voice. We're going to delve to where he dwells, to the lowest tower to seek his power deep into Undermountain. I'll see you there, the lowest lair, deep into Undermountain.
Welcome back, everybody, from that hydration break. My name is Joe Hills. I'm broadcasting live from Nashville, Tennessee. I use these glasses to Tennessee. Thank you again to Merrick for that Patreon-sponsored hydration break. Oh, boy. Okay. So, we've got a little while, it looks like, until Manu goes live. So, I'm going to go ahead and start gathering those things, I guess, and start heading back there. It would be smart to actually build some sort of defensive thing around there, but I mean, I don't know if I'm gonna do that. Okay. I don't know if I'm gonna have time to actually like really get it locked in today. Cause like I have to, writing the poem is actually the hardest part of this. I feel like we've done a good job of kind of breaking down some of the fundamentals of what's gonna make the poem work, but like that doesn't mean we're done. Is it nighttime in game? It is. No worries, Farley Sean. Okay. Bum 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 ba-dum. Tomorrow is here today. Okay, so we need 4 bits of gold and some redstone to make a clock. We got 3 bits of gold. Of course we do. Of course we do. It's fine. Nobody freak out. Don't yell E. Okay, clock. And we're going to put this here because we don't need all this sandstone. I am kind of thinking I'm going to build a little glass case. Hey, welcome Ethan B. Glad you could join us. Kyle Campbell, why not both? Just as a treat. Okay. Okay, so here we go. Okay, now you're spamming. I actually already shouted you out. You just didn't wait for the stream delay, so now you got timed out. Have fun. Okay. Aloha Oi says, I don't know if you changed the lighting or if they're new glasses, but chroma keying is very clear today. These are the same glasses I've had for the last few weeks. I'm maybe just incidentally got the lighting moved slightly. But I don't know. It wasn't like intentional. I didn't like sit here and try to get it perfect or anything. Oh, I should also mention, we are 20 away from our next face camera expansion. And tips are always welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat. Hey, Tammy, welcome. So just so you know, if you've never seen a Joe Hills stream before, we actually record the episode segments during the stream. I'll turn the camera off at certain points and, like, work on the thing. We need to go to Cub Fan's base real quick and take a look at his canyon. And just make a few notes about this. And then from the notes, we'll write a poem. Looks like a dental chair reflection. Yeah, there's a ring light. Ring light. If I can block parts of the ring light with my other arm, and you can see it looks like it's moving around. Okay. Go past bottom. Record over here. Grant Rogers says it's lag bad for anyone else. I'm not seeing any drop frames on my end, so it might be. Just you. How many green tank tops do I have? 2. Which is more than most people, and I find it's enough for me. Average Chelio says, stream seems fun and relaxed. I'm not here all the time, but it's fun. It's cool to see. Thank you. Okay, so we're going to need to remember that we came out of Cubs Canyon near this point. Everybody look around. Find some landmarks. Make sure that you're oriented properly. Just breathe it in. In. Out. Okay. So, when I look at Cubs Canyon, we've got crystals, we've got ferns, we've got sea pickles, we've got cacti. It does go quite a distance here. It starts at the sea. Let's take some notes. Canyon research. Cubs Canyon starts at the sea. Surrounded by crystals and pickles, cacti and ferns. What do we call this? This glow moss. Glow lichen is mixed in. We've got red, dead coral. Glow lichen, dead coral. For the orange sand. Yeah, that's what it is. It's not called red sand anymore. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. Refresh. Refresh. Okay, we've got crystals, we've got lichen, we've got coral, we've got iron, and what is that weird dirt? Petrified tree. Is it petrified soil? Iron ore. Rooted dirt. Okay. Okay. Don't be iron ore. Be iron and. Don't ask what the iron's for. Ask how the iron lands. Ooh. There's some waxed exposed cut copper. Okay. There's smooth basalt. Ask how the iron stands. Okay. So he has this huge dripstone farm. His dripstone farm is taller than ours. That makes me think that maybe our dripstone farm should have been taller. Maybe I screwed that up. Wait, what? He's got a redstone thing on his? Wait, does his, like, auto-harvest somehow? Does it have, like, a ribbon or push blocks or something? Ask for what it stands. Good, Ruth Miller. Good. That's solid. Cave. Oh, we gotta write down what the signs say. Cave, cave, cave. Do they say, are there other signs besides just cave? It auto-harvests on a daylight timer. Oh, very cool. So flying machine that triggers by daylight sensor 2x a day. Oh, cool. Oh, he's got a lava pool. I should not fall in there. Lava pool and waterfall. Okay. Lava pool and waterfall. Over dripstone blocks. Orange concrete powder. The color of a fox. Okay. Just taking notes, just taking notes. We'll piece this together later. Oh, I forgot to write cave, cave. Okay. So this is like a dry creek bed. We're going to write down dry creek bed. Let's just continue to explore. So those both say cave. Oh boy, sorry. I thought that I would have rated Manu by now. I kind of timed my caffeine. 3 caves. Another smoking lava pool. Is this one a cave? Yeah. So most of the signs say cave. I like that. That's very clever. Enjoy your cousin's birthday, Rose. That sounds awesome. Yeah, I know this part's unfinished, Joel. That's why it's worth exploring. It's not about what's already been done. That part's pretty boring. We need to wake the mind. We can't let it keep snoring. No, Joel, I know the caves are yet to be exploring. Okay. See, I've got it. I'm just not, you know, there. Boom, boom, boom. Ooh. So I've actually got to go to bed early, relatively for a Friday, because I've got a Among Us stream tomorrow with Skizzleman and Tango and Impulse, and I'm not sure if I'm one of the surprise guests or not, so I didn't tweet it. Because Skizzleman mentioned that there were going to be some surprise guests. So, I don't know. I'm like, I know I'm going. But yeah, that's going to be at around 11 a.m. my time. They didn't tell me I was a surprise guest. Liara says, knowing Skiz, that means I don't remember who's supposed to be there and I don't want to overpromise. Remy the Rambler says, will Etho be there? Well, he mentioned some familiar faces as the surprise guests. And since people don't really have a lot of familiarity with Etho's face, I would assume that's a hard no. But maybe that's part of the surprise. Who can tell? Oh, Razor Random just also said maybe that's part of the surprise. See? See? Okay. Hey, we got a tip via PayPal from David for 5, who says, thinking about a Halloween costume yet. I have just begun, because I wasn't sure if I was going to be doing like a group or couples costume or what, and now it looks like it's just going to be me, maybe my daughter. So trying to figure out something based on that. It's going to depend on what she wants to do. Because like I've been trying to figure out what people are going to be doing for Halloween. There's a pinball expo in town, so I want to go to that, but I'm trying to figure out who's going to be there. It's like it's a whole thing. Okay. Bum, bum, bum. Okay. Let's open that in a new tab and mute it. Okay. Whew. It has been a very productive stream, y'all. Even if we didn't get any work done over here. We successfully moved a, what do you call it, creeper? A electrified, terrifying creeper. We figured out some things about Philip Larkin. I think I've got enough that if I work on it a little bit more before bed and then sleep on it, I read a few more poems, I'll be in a good place to really get Cleo the poem that she deserves to give Cub in exchange for the IOU. I didn't ask how much she got in exchange for the IOU in the first place. I feel like that was an oversight. But Brent Roger says, like, a couple's costume. Yeah, like, if you and somebody else dresses like Jesse and James from Pokemon, that's a couple's costume. But if you have, like, your kid dressed as Meowth, now it's a group costume, right? Like, it's not a group costume if you only have 2 people dressing up. Math! Yeah, I know, Mahi Zero, I see that, but it's the setting up stream thing. So, okay. Here's what we're going to do after this. I'm going to read a bunch of poems, and I'm going to watch Mystery Pinball Theater 3000, which is the highlight of my Friday night, the highlight of my week, honestly, every week. I get to go, I make myself a nice little cheese and meat plate, pour myself some wine, we make some jokes together, and I'm also going to be reading some poetry. So I might not be able to pay full attention to the movie tonight, which is The New York Minute, which is a 2004 Mary-Kate and Ashley film. And I only know that because Manu told me that earlier. But if you want to know where I'm hanging out after this, my after party is actually Manu's real party. He lets us crash it every week. He's so generous with his time, with his everything, really. Talented guy. So let's go ahead and raid Manu, Mystery Pinball Theater 3000. When we get over there, go ahead and say, howdy, y'all. Joe Hill's raid here. And, oops, I need to actually enter the command to do that. Boom, 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 boom. There we go. /raid mpt3k. Okay. So, when we get over there, say howdy, y'all. Joe Hill's raid here. And until next time, y'all, this is Joe Hills from Nashville, Tennessee. Keep adventuring. Do-do-do-do. Stop streaming.